Hello and welcome, Droobs. This is DSP. I'm in Renton, Washington, and I don't know if you guys know, but there's this thing called Memorial Day. Well, I think I'll stop because we're gonna get all into that. And as always, every single fucking holiday, like clockwork, Phil pretends his audience, well, let's face it, they kind of are a bunch of dentheads and don't know anything about America or holidays, and loves to pretend that he has a huge, massive international audience viewership that knows nothing about American culture or holidays. So he always has to mansplain every fucking goddamn holiday ever. Um, but before we get into that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but apparently there's a lot of things that Phil can't do. So I wanted to go over a couple videos first, talking about all the things that DSP just cannot do. Why can't he do that? Well, you see, it's not like he doesn't have any money. It's just he doesn't know how to hold on to that money. So you see, as soon it's like his pockets are a sieve, and it just goes straight in from his pockets straight into WWE championships, and nothing falls out that he can pick up and actually put into his house to make it any better. As you can see, the title of this video. But there's a lot more than just that. So, without further ado, let's get started with this one first. Because, as we all know, and this, I'm going to say this like 5 or 6 times during the video, but this is the guy who is waiting patiently to refinance his house. His condo, he wants to refinance to get money because he is dying without credit. It is killing him inside to not have any sort of credit whatsoever. So he desperately wants to refinance, and there's no way in hell he's going to be able to refinance with the state that his condo is in. His condo is literally falling apart. I have a shithole apartment that was made in the 70s. Well, I don't own it. I rent a shithole apartment that was made in the 70s that is literally in better shape than his fucking house. Condo, whatever you want to call it. And the great thing is, because I rent, if something's broken, I can just call up the landlord and say, hey, get over here and fix this. Get over here and fix that. And they will do it. Because that's why I don't own anything right now. That in the fucking housing market. But I digress. So yeah, this is the man who wants to refinance his house when literally, 70% of the house is broken right now? Everything in that house is falling apart, has mold on it, or is broken. But yeah, let's get into this.
Yes, a new YouTube short on DSP Reacts. A 6-year-old video reemerges, one that people still talk about to this day. So I made a short of it. I said, why not? It's been live on the channel all this time. Might as well do a short to highlight it, and now people will probably go watch the original video. So there you go. New YouTube short on DSP Reacts today. I will not be making any more shower react content, mostly because that shower's busted. That's the shower that broke, almost 2 years ago now? And I don't have money to fix it. It's got all kinds of problems. The pipes are all leaking and rusted, and there's all kinds of problems with it.
Wait. I understand the shower being still broken because I know who DSP is, but it's actively leaking? Phil, I hope you're like exaggerating on for your benefit, because if your pipes are actually rusted and actively still fucking leaking, you are going to have massive structural damage to the foundation of that building. I think at this point, like, he's literally putting his neighbors, his adjacent neighbors, at risk for this whole building to fucking come down at this point. Is it actively leaking and it still has fucking... Oh my god, can you imagine? Like, just constantly leaking for fucking 2 years? There's no way this man... Is he that stupid? No, I mean, I know he's stupid, but can you imagine if he's actually that stupid, if it was actively leaking that whole fucking time and he just ignored it and shut the door to that bathroom and just never fucking used it? I can't even imagine not, like... And then doesn't he say, like, his other shower doesn't work either? So, like, are they just not showering at all in this house? Like, or was it just this shower that was broken? I can't remember.
Almost 2 years, so sorry, I can't do any more shower content for you guys. It's a shame. Really is a shame.
So how do you get clean, sir? If at all? And maybe it's true, he just never does actually shower. Can you imagine your husband, who is making 6 figures a year, cannot afford to fix a fucking shower? 6 figures a year. I can understand if he was actually poor and just couldn't afford it, because I get that, right? But we all know he's not poor at all. At all. We all know this. How are you making 6 figures a year and you can't fucking pay $2,000 or $3,000 to fucking to fix a shower? But you'll really willingly throw away $700, $800 on a single fucking tire because you're too lazy to actually, like, shop around or anything like that. Really? Like, that would so bother me. I'm like, get your ass in here, stop playing your fucking mobile games for 1 week, and fucking fix the shower. I need to wash my hair. Jesus. Oh, sorry, I was the wrong one. Keeping with the theme of stuff that Phil cannot do. Let me start from the beginning, because Phil doesn't understand anything about health or diabetes whatsoever. So, one more thing, and then we'll go on to the main event, so to speak.
But I am here to relax and chill with you and have a good time. Oh, I see we have people coming in with the nonsense. All right, I'm just going to end the nonsense immediately. There you go. No emote nonsense. Thank you.
And it's pretty obvious that he doesn't use his PS5 at all, because the last game that he had on here is just Elden Ring, and he stopped playing that a while ago, and he stopped playing Resident Evil 4 even longer ago, and he hasn't fucking touched this game in ages. So he doesn't use his PS5 at all. There's probably, like, so much free space on his PS5 right now, and I'm kind of jealous because I have literally like 6 games on my PS5 and it's already full. There's like no more space to install any other games on my PS5, and I only have like 6 games on there. I need to like upgrade the actual SD hard drive in it eventually, but
Thank you for telling me, Brianna. Okay. Really, Dark Goldbox says he has a big convention next weekend that he's prepping for. Good luck on that. The most important thing to remember is to bring underwear. Because once I was going to a Street Fighter tournament and I almost didn't bring any underwear. I'm not kidding.
What? How old were you, Phil?
And my mother embarrassed me as I was going out the front door, and I realized I didn't have any underwear. And she said to everyone in front, as they were all out front.
How old were you?
Into the car to go. And my mom.
This isn't him going to stay the night at a friend's house when he was 5 or 6. This is him like being like in his late 20s, early 30s.
To me, did you remember to pack underwear? And I turned to her, embarrassed, and in thought, and like, oh, I actually didn't. And I went back inside and I grabbed underwear, and everyone laughed at me.
See, she knows how fucking dumb her son is. She's like, Elf. Let me try to do my best Mama Phil impression over here. It's like, Oh, Philip, sweetie, don't forget your underwear. I know how stupid you are. I know you gotta go get your underwear. You don't know exactly how to pack, dear. See, I repacked it in the suitcase for you, sweetie. Don't worry, Mama's got you covered. I can't do it, sorry. Like, sweetie, don't forget your fucking underwear, because you're really dumb. Jeez. How do you forget? Like, and again, this is not when he was a kid. He said he was going to like some convention or something. He was at least in his 20s, at least.
Me the entire trip that I didn't bring underwear. My mom embarrassed me.
His buddies rightfully laughed at him. Rightfully. Like, you're that old and you're fucking forgetting your underwear? Bro.
Ratcomb Addict at 100 bit cheers. What do you mean you used to like bra and panties? Do you not like women anymore? I'm married. I don't need to look at other bra and panties. I have a beautiful woman who I live with and will be with forever, who I get to see her bra and panties whatever I want. I don't need.
I gotta pull that one back. Hold on, guys. Because that's a classic. And you see how fast that just came out? And it only lasted like a couple seconds, and yet it reveals so much about him. Now, I'm gonna have a whole video dedicated to this eventually about how much of a cuck he has become. So I don't want to talk too much about this. But I wanted to play that one more time before I talk about it. Super quick. I'll give you like my brief thoughts on it before I actually go into a deeper dive.
My mom embarrassed me. Ratcomb Addict at 100 bit cheers. What do you mean you used to like bra and panties? Do you not like women anymore? I'm married. I don't.
He never liked women.
Need to look at other bra and panties. I have a beautiful woman who I live with and will be with forever, who I get to see her bra and panties whatever I want. I don't need to watch bra and panties matches in WWE. I'm a lucky guy.
Where do I even start there? My bro. First of all, that sounded very forced and rehearsed and scripted, did it not? He's like, he knew exactly what he was saying the whole time. He's like, I'm a very lucky guy. I swear. Have you seen my wife? Yeah, we've seen your wife, Phil. You're not that lucky. And like, I'm not one to talk. I'm not the best looking guy either, you know. But Phil, come on. We've seen your wife. And that's the other thing is like, yo, you can't actually see her in bra and panties anytime you want. Did you? No, I don't even know how to like do an impression of Kat, honestly. I don't want to make it sound too dumb, but it's like, oh, Phil, did you do very good with donations today? No, I only got $9 for my whole stream. Well, no happy time for you, Phil. Mama needs extra food. But doesn't that sound like very rehearsed? Now, I know a lot of people like to speculate that Kat is very controlling. That's not what I'm seeing, at least from what I've seen and heard from how he talks. He's using Kat as an excuse in a way, or making it seem like it's her fault. When really he just has no sexual drive whatsoever. And like, coming from an actual asexual person, right? Like, I'm asexual, and I still have my kinks and fetishes and things that turn me on, right? It's not, asexual doesn't mean you just feel nothing at all. It just means you don't experience sexual attraction to anyone or anything, right? No sexual attraction to men, women, whatever. But that doesn't mean you're like a eunuch like fucking Phil is, right? It doesn't mean that you don't experience any sexual. It doesn't mean that you like just shun anything remotely sexy. Oh no, bra and panties! I can't look. I'm a man of God. Even men of God fucking molest little kids, so they'll technically fucking have more of a sex drive than you, Phil. What the fuck? No, he literally is suffering from low T, right? And so when he's suffering from low T, he just doesn't have any like urges whatsoever, and he's very what's not overconfident. What's the opposite of overconfident? He's very not really lacking confidence. There's an actual word for it, but he's very insecure. He's very insecure about his low T and his lack of a libido, right? So he like has to put on this whole thing. I got a wife at home. I could see her boobies and butt anytime I want. I don't need to look at all these people. Oh, it's a talking fridge. Get it away from me, demon from hell. Like, he acts like he's such this, like, little cuck. And he tries to make it, like, seem like Kat is the one that's putting the kibosh in his sexual content. And, like, oh, sweetie, I don't really like it when you, like, talk about the weird talking fridges and how you go boobies, 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 and try to grab the breasts of the women on the screen. I just don't really like that. I know your ex, Liana, loved that. But I don't really like that, and if you ever want to have snoo again, I'm gonna have to ask that you just, not do that anymore. Like, how do I say this without being too mean? Kat doesn't seem very outgoing of a personality enough to tell Phil what he can and can't do. She is extremely submissive. She is pretty slow and on the spectrum. Now, as someone who is on the higher functioning end of the spectrum, like, that's not saying a lot. Just being on the spectrum itself doesn't actually mean you're, like, can't do anything or anything like that. But, like, you can kind of tell just from the few moments that she was on screen or going back and looking at her old playthroughs and everything like that, that she wasn't as quick to the draw, so to speak. And she might have been a bit lower on in the spectrum. And she didn't seem very forceful, maybe, or steadfast in her beliefs. So to me, and my gut instinct is saying it's not Kat enforcing, telling him he can't do any sort of sexual contact on his streams. It's more a decision that Phil is making, being a super mega fucking prude, and his insecurities involving his own libido that is causing him to be fucking such a prude. It's not that he's asexual, because that's not what asexual means. There are tons of asexual people who are horny as fuck, okay? They just aren't getting sexually aroused by other people, but they're still kinky as hell. Okay, that's not what asexual means, Phil. That is more of a low testosterone type of thing. And probably would have, I'm guessing if he does want to have sex with someone, if him and Kat actually are close enough to be having sex, because I know some people speculate that Kat isn't even living in the fucking same house, or that they sleep in different beds or whatever. But assuming what he tells us is true, and that they are actually loving each other and in a healthy relationship and having intercourse regularly, he's probably the type of person who would have to, like, have like 2 or 3 fucking Viagra just to feel anything, type of thing. And I don't want to think about that anymore, so we're going to continue.
Have I tried to do black pink Oreos?
But actually, one more thing. But from all that I've seen, like, my gut instinct is saying she is there, but it's more of like a roommate type situation and not a sexual relationship at all.
I must admit, I did not know Blackpink had Oreos.
Because I don't think Phil can actually love or care for anything other than himself.
Cookies. I'm a 41-year-old man. I don't just sit around eating cookies. These matches at WWE.
I gotta take that back. I'm sorry, because I talked over the whole point of this actual video.
I'm a lucky guy. Have I tried to do black pink Oreos? I must admit, I did not know Blackpink had Oreos, nor do I really have interest. I don't eat cookies. I'm a 41-year-old man. I don't just sit around eating cookies.
I'm a 41-year-old man. I can't have sweets. Phil, my brother, like, I've seen... Okay, just because you are aging so fucking fast and so poorly because you drink all the time doesn't mean you're actually, like, in your 60s. You're just 40. I'm 37. And I look like half your age, okay, Phil? Like, 40 is not that fucking old. It's not. Like, I've seen so many people that are, like, 40, 41, 42, and they literally look half his age. Like, he is aging extremely fast because he's not taking care of himself and he drinks too fucking much. Like, I know you technically look like you're a senior citizen, but you're not a fucking senior citizen. You will be fine if you have some cookies every now and then. It's not even that he's fat. I mean, he's flabby, but not in a fat way. Does that make sense? He has no muscle definition. So it's like, you know when incredibly obese, morbidly obese people like lose a lot of weight and they just have like a bunch of skin hanging off of them? That's kind of what Phil looks like all the time. He looks like he lost a ton of weight and because he has no muscle definition, right? And his skin is just kind of like hanging off and peeling off of him in clumps and hanging off of him. And when he like actually like does a T-pose or like, you can see like the skin just hanging off of his arms, you know? But it's not really fat. It's just kind of loose. And he wasn't really all that fat to begin with. Maybe when he first started, like he was a little chunky, but like maybe just on his stomach. He never like had bigger arms or anything like that. Although he claims he was a fucking bodybuilder, but I don't think he actually was. But yeah, it's like, no. You can have fucking cookies. It's fine. You're not that old. You look that old, but you're not that old.
I'm not a cookie hater. I just don't eat cookies. I'm old. I'm an old fart. I don't eat cookies anymore.
No, you're not. 41 is not an old fart, you dumbass.
I can't be eating cookies. I'm already old and fat, right? I can't be eating cookies. What are you guys, crazy? I say, Phil, why don't you just sit around eating M&Ms all day?
My grandma eats cookies and she's 90 years old, Phil. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, she doesn't eat a whole fucking sleeve of cookies. She doesn't eat a whole container of cookies, but she'll have some now and then. Like, and he's literally over here saying he can't eat any cookies whatsoever. He's not even saying he can't eat all cookies all the time. He's saying he can't even have one or two. Phil, that's not how that works. Like, literal actual senior citizens kind of eat cookies all the time. Not all the time, but eat cookies regularly, and they're fine. You're not gonna die from having one single cookie. What?
You know, diabetes and shit. I can't do that. I don't want to be getting sicknesses.
What? Phil, oh my god, this man is a moron. Like, I get that, like, he's feeling intimidated because, like, YouTube is a younger man's gig or whatever, and a lot of younger kids are making YouTube videos and everything now. And the older that he gets, the worse it's gonna get in terms of that. Because no one's gonna want to see a 50, 60-year-old man fucking on YouTube playing games, right? And I think he knows that, and that's why he's trying to branch into all these different fucking React things here and there. And everything, but... Alright, sorry about that. I kind of lost my train of thought for a second there.
You know?
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome
oh,
to
no.
Halloween
I don't like cookies. I
2021.
can't have cookies.
Anyone want a cookie? When I get scared, I eat cookies.
So
this is
cringy, I
a
remember
full
this.
body costume. I'm not kidding you. Look.
Don't stand up. We don't want to
goes
see
all the way
that.
down to my feet.
Oh my god. Why would he think that's a good idea?
Oh my god. C is for cookie. Yes, C is for cookie. Cookie, cookie, cookie.
We have fucking trolls on.
Alright, so, like, we all know the whole I'm not a children's entertainer bullshit. And how he loves to pretend that all the demographics all say that, people over the age of 20 are my main viewers, which is bullshit. And it's like, it just pisses me off because, like, obviously bigots and stuff always love to claim that, like, LGBT people are, like, fucking grooming kids and shit. But, like, what do you fucking think this guy's doing right here? Like, what do you fucking call that? That we just... What do you fucking call this? Is this not grooming to and pandering to fucking kids? Like, I wouldn't trust my... I would rather trust my child... If I had a kid, which I don't, because I don't fucking want any kids. But like, if I was a parent and I had a kid, I would rather trust my kid with a drag queen than with this. Okay, I don't trust any child near this fucker. Okay, they'd be safer with a goddamn priest, with a drag queen, anyone besides this. Hell no. And then, like, fucking look at Leanna. He was literally fucking grooming Leanna because she was underage at the time when he first fucking started talking to her. Obviously, he loves to, like, retcon all that, but no, he was fucking underage when he started talking to that bitch. He's a real fucking groomer. Right here. This is the face of a fucking groomer.
For cookie.
We have fucking trolls on the chat tonight. It's distracting me and it's pissing me off. So I'm trying.
Maybe if you stop saying stupid ass shit, you wouldn't get trolled so much.
I don't want to sit here micromanaging these idiots all night. It's really pissing me off.
If only you had mods, Phil, but no one's loyal enough to remain a mod long term for you.
And for the world.
Whoa, why are we skipping to another video? I don't want to do that one. Alright, super quick Aqua Teal one. And then I think you got like two more after
tip.
this.
Came out overnight, and it's someone upset again. Why? I talked about this.
It's upset again because I can't actually manage my React channel and memberships. Because honestly, to be honest, I don't really have any perks to give people that are members to any of my shit because I'm not creative.
It's on yesterday's stream, okay? And I'll talk about it again, but it's gonna be brief. Here's what I'm just gonna read. You ready? So yesterday, I said there was someone who submitted a video for DSP Reacts, for DSP versus the Internet. I watched the video. I didn't like it. I moved on. This person became incensed and upset with me. Sent me a really nasty email about how I'm a bad person, and this is why all my haters have ammo for me because I'm a bad person because of the way that I reacted to the video. Now, I responded to this yesterday, right? And I said on this show, guys, I don't know what this person's even talking about. If you submit a clip for DSP versus the Internet, I'm going to give you my honest reaction to the clip. I'm not going to lie and kiss your butt and say every clip is good. That's kind of the point of the show, isn't it? You submit a clip, I watch it, and I tell you what I think about it. There's going to be some clips that either I don't get or I just don't like, and I move on. In addition, a lot of the times I'm watching a clip and the chat just says it's boring or whatever, move on. And so I do. In this case, I particularly remember the clip. It was like some kind of a RPG, it looked like. But it looked like one of those ones that's on PC, so it looks like an old school RPG with more modernized graphics, HD graphics. It didn't look too interesting. It kind of looked like a top-down JRPG, and it had some music playing. And I was like, I don't get this. I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Okay, well there you failed with two things right there. First off, Phil doesn't actually like games, and if it's JRPG, it probably features some kind of like anime ladies of some sort. The females, Droob, with the skin tight leather armor, and I can't see that stuff, so I was probably not paying much attention to that. And music, I don't really listen to music, so no, I'm not gonna like, it's not for me.
It's an ad for the game or whatever, and I said, oh well, we're moving on, and I went to the next video.
An ad for does he not know what like a music video is? Like, he was around at the beginning of YouTube. Does he not remember those anime music videos and all that bullshit? Like, I remember that. Like, anime music videos were all over when YouTube was first becoming a thing. They would put literally any fucking song to any anime, even if it didn't match. And that was like most of the content on YouTube at the time. How do you not fucking remember that? Oh, he just instantly thinks there's a fucking ad for it or something?
No one in chat understood it either, and everyone was like, boring, just move on, so I did. This particular person is so upset with me, okay? They sent another tip with another message this morning. I'm going to read it. You missed my point. My friend made that music video. It was excellent. If only you would give it a shot. Even for me, I've contributed a lot to you, but you just shit on my video and move on. That's why I'm so pissed at you, Phil. You don't know how people feel about the clips they're sending. You should be nicer to your fans. Now, this is such a loaded statement. Just listen to what the person is saying. It's almost like they feel like I actively crapped on the video they submitted on purpose to make them feel bad or something. Obviously, it's not the case. The funny part about this is just, well, my friend made it. Well, number one, how do I know that? And number two, what does it have to do with anything? Right? I mean, if your mother made a fart compilation video, I'd still say the fart compilation
scat humor
video
right
wasn't very
away.
good.
That's the first thing he
I don't want
thinks
to
of.
see a fart compilation video. I don't care if your mom made it.
Does he really think that fart humor and shit and poop is all funny?
It doesn't matter who made the video. It's a moot point. All right? Now, you might think that the video is good. That's your problem.
Damn it, I'm trying to... I can't really see it.
Friend made it. Well, number one...
Oh, no, it was right there. Sorry, I'm trying to...
Crapped on the video they submitted on purpose. To make them feel bad or something.
There we go. Look how bad his hair is. I'm sorry, I don't mean it. Look how wet and how greasy his hair is. Now, that's not just water. We know, he claims, oh, I just throw water in my hair and it all gets slicked back. But no, that's fucking grease, my friends. It would not be that shiny with just water. It's all just fucking grease, and he just slicks it all back like a fucking 1950s, not boomer, what the hell was that called? Greaser, that's it. Like a 1950s greaser, he just slicks it all back. But even their hair looked better than that. I mean, that wasn't just caked in grease.
Obviously, it's not the case. The funny part about this is just, well, my friend made it. Well, number one, how do I know that? And number two, what does it have to do with anything? Right? I mean,
to be honest, he's probably lucky that at least Phil actually watched it. Because half the time, so he has his members that are paying members, submit clips, and half the time he skips the clips, or doesn't even watch the whole thing, and, watches 2 minutes, not even, of a clip, and then he'll just skip it. Oh, it's boring. No, because he doesn't have any actual benefits to give his members, right? So, and he wants them to do all the work, so it's up to his members to actually produce any sort of content for his actual channel. So he's not going to go and actually find good stuff. So his members actually go through all the trouble of actually, finding clips, submitting clips, all this shit, right? And then he, at the end of the day, he still just fucking skips half of it anyway. So it's you're probably gonna get chargebacks for a lot of this, Phil, because you're not even fulfilling the membership goals that you set out. If it's an actual membership submission, you should watch the whole fucking video. Or hey, here's an idea for the membership thing, tell them the clip or video can't be longer than 2 minutes. Okay, if you're a member and you're submitting, or just in general, be if you're submitting a clip, make sure it's less than 3 minutes. Or 2 minutes or something like that. How fucking hard is that?
Mother made a fart compilation video, I'd still say,
shut up.
I don't care if your mom made it. Okay? It's you see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who made the video. It's a moot point. All right? Now, you might think that the video is good. That's your prerogative. For me, I'm in the middle of a clip show. I'm watching random clips.
He's still trying to promote his fucking Patreon? Bro, no one's fucking using Patreon anymore.
This clip is not catching on.
Especially not his.
It,
they don't get literally anything there.
Boring. I don't really get it. I don't know what the game is, so I don't know what the context of the video is.
What
right?
Compilation. I've already seen those.
So how, again, the qualifying things you're saying don't make any sense. You're saying, well, my friend made it. Well, I didn't know that. That doesn't even matter anyway. Oh, well, it's supposed to be a music video of this game. Well, I don't know that. I don't even know what I'm watching. That's the nature of the clip show, is that I'm getting thrown a bunch of random clips. I don't understand what they are, right? So I can't really give perspective. You know what I'm saying? This is the perspective of if someone walked up to me and said, Phil, so by the way, here's a clip. Now this clip is a musical video that my friend made, and it's of this certain RPG that they really like, and they put a lot of time and effort into it, and I appreciate if you could watch at least 30 seconds to a minute of this video, because he put a lot of time into it, and even if you don't like it, just give it a look. Versus, here's the clip that I want you to watch this week, and I put it into the playlist. I don't have any of that information whatsoever, so I'm watching this clip out of context with a live audience who, by the way, is saying, wow, this clip is boring, move on, move on, move on, move on.
Oh, so now it's the audience's fault,
I'm trying to do my best to juggle what they're saying with my feelings about the video, right?
Yeah, well, how about an idea of if a member is paying you money to watch a clip, you watch the whole fucking clip. Or set a rule saying you can't submit a clip longer than 2 or 3 minutes. How about you do that? Because otherwise you're going to start getting a lot of chargebacks.
That's not
because you're not fulfilling the membership.
Characteristics of your feelings don't matter because they're not correct. I'm not sitting here in a contextual situation where I understand what you're talking about or anything about this video.
Plus, he's an alien, so he doesn't understand human feelings and emotions
anyway. Now, in addition to all
so.
of that, this is the part that gets me. Is the person says, "Oh, I've contributed so much to you, but you just shit on the clip and move on." How do I know who you... I don't know who submitted the clips. Again, in order to not have bias, I put all those clips into a playlist and I just watch them. All right? I don't know who submitted what. I mean, sometimes we can kind of figure it out. If the same kind of clip is submitted week in and week out, and we kind of know who submits certain style of clips, we can figure that out. But I don't know who submitted what clip.
Singapore
I don't know,
food.
you know, this is someone who has contributed to me a ton. And by the way, that also would not matter. Just because you've contributed a ton, or maybe this is your first time being...
It doesn't matter how much money you give me. You're all plebs, and I'm the king, and I can shit on you all you want, and you have to take it, bitch. Because I'm the fucking king of hate.
Member in submitting a video. That has absolutely no bearing on my feelings
you all
of
are
video
peons.
I'm watching. Oh, someone's a big contributor, so now I have to watch a video and kiss the video's butt because I know it's from a big contributor? No. I'm never going to do that. That's not me. That's literally the antithesis of what I stand for on the internet.
Oh,
I'm not
bullshit.
A shill. So I'm not going to sit here...
Yes, you are.
...and give an overly positive opinion
You shill all the time. You overhype
just because
stuff
you're
all the
apparently
time.
a big contributor, right?
You shill
you see
yourself
what I'm saying? Like,
all
everything
the time.
this person is saying, it's kind of ridiculous.
I'm gonna get into this in a different video too, but he so fucking loves to pretend that he has fucking morals like a human being, but he really doesn't. It all comes down to fucking money for him. And if enough money is thrown at him, he will abandon all his morals. And the only thing that surpasses his morals is his ego. Because if his ego will take a big enough hit, he will throw away, like we saw with the whole Keemstar thing. That was not about his actual morals whatsoever. It wasn't actually about him thinking that Keemstar was immoral and ill-gotten money and all that. He knew that his ego would be taking a hit and that he would not be the head honcho and he would not be in charge, and he could not have that. So that's why he did not take the $50,000. Even though it would have helped him a lot, and that would have been a hell of a lot of pulls in WWE, his ego would not be able to handle that. It wasn't about morals. It wasn't about Keemstar. And I think, well, maybe it was a little bit about Keemstar because he's jealous of Keemstar a lot. So that probably had a bit to do about it too. But it was more his ego would have been hurt if he had done that. Not to mention that would have looked even more worse if he's continued to beg after getting that money.
Because it's like, there's a lot of like, oh, I deserved better. This should have been treated better. The point is when you submit something for the React show, you don't know how I'm going to react to it. I don't know either.
Nothing.
But if you're submitting something
at
that's
all.
so meaningful
Good
to you,
day,
so important,
sir.
that if I were to say something negative about it, you're going to be insulted, then don't submit it. Don't. Because you don't know what I'm going to say. You have no clue. That and put yourself into that situation. I certainly wouldn't do it, right? So, again, you seem like you're blaming me for a whole bunch of stuff that I have no control over, and it's also not even the premise of the show. You understand? I'm very confused. It seems to me this is someone who had a lot of
He's always very
confusing
confused,
preconceived notions about what it was supposed to be. And
yeah,
that's not what
silly
it is.
him thinking like his membership would actually be honored and that he would actually watch it.
You know? And I believe previously this person had said, well, actually, for the last several weeks I've submitted clips, you don't like any of them. Again, what do you want me to do about that? Do you want me to lie? First of all, I don't know what clips are from you, so it's not like I'm actively saying, oh, it's the clip from this person. Their clips always suck. I'll just shit on it this week. I'm not doing that. I'm actually giving my legit reactions to the clips that are submitted, and that's the best I can do. Be real, be true, not make stuff up, not sugarcoat, not butter, not kiss butt. That's how I've always been in the 15... This cat will not stay off my lap today. In the 15 years, right?
Jasper, get away from there. It's dirty.
That's who I've been. I'm not going to change who I am as a content creator and a YouTuber. And if
No,
you think,
because
oh,
if you did that, you might actually be popular and actually be successful. But we all know you can't do that.
being honest is mean, well, then you're in the wrong place. I have always prided myself on
you
being
have
transparent
not.
with my...
How many fucking times has this asshole lied to his fans to protect his family, and yet he's still over here retconning and pretending that he never lied once to them? How
my
many fucking
opinions
times?
on games, my
Really?
opinions now on these videos I'm reacting to, right? I'm not going to change overnight and be Mr. Kiss Butt, Mr. Rainbows and Unicorns and Sprinkles and Glitter and everything's good. I'm never
No,
going to
you
be
would
that
probably be more successful if you did
person,
that.
understand? So if that's
But
what
we
you
all
became a
know he
member for,
can't
you're
actually
definitely in the
act
wrong
or anything
place.
like that.
I'm sorry,
so.
but you get, again, when you say things like, "Oh, I'm a big supporter," how the hell?
What
does that
about
have anything to do
kissing
with
butts at
anything?
Callisto? Yeah, he was
I'm a big
shilling that
supporter, so I
really
should
hard.
kiss the butt of the clips you submit. That's ridiculous. All right, and the thing is, I'm trying to be respectful here, because I could have literally ignored your concerns, or I could have said, "Fuck off, I don't care," right? But I'm not gonna be like that. I'm trying to change. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to I'm trying to explain my rationale to people, so people know where I'm coming from. Okay? I hope you know that. All right? That's what I'm going
I
for
hope you
here. I
know
don't want
that.
people to be upset. I don't want people to be thinking that I'm trying to be a jerk to them or whatever. That's not the case at all.
No, you just
And
are
this gets funny
naturally,
'cause this
and
person
they
sounds like
should see that
actively
all the
think
time.
I'm like reading out their videos just to crap on them. Let me tell you something. If that were the case, I would just not play the video at all, right? I would just say skip it and not play it. Why am I going to waste my time with it? You know? I don't know who these clips are from or whatever, so it's kind of ridiculous that someone would actually think that I'm like out to get them almost.
Well, they
This
did.
couldn't be further
They
from the
don't know
truth,
that,
all right?
obviously.
What I'll say is I apologize because
How you did
the
it.
nature of a show like DSP versus the internet is very simple. You never know what you're going to get, and you never know how I'm going to react. That's kind of the fun nature of it. It's a variety show where anything
It's
goes.
not a show
you
at
know,
all,
and,
Phil.
You never,
Come on.
you don't know what kind of stuff you're going to see on it. One day you could see a food video, the next day it's a music video, the next day it's some kind of a comedy animation, a serious documentary, something that's a scary video, you know? There's so much stuff. There's so much stuff that we've watched on the show in the now almost 4 months that I've been doing it.
And
you know,
it's all
that's the
trash.
point, is that you don't know what it's going to be. And then when I watch it, I at least should
You
have the
never know
ability
what
to be
you're
honest
gonna
about what
get.
I'm watching. And not have to worry about repercussions. That, oh, I said I didn't like a video, so now
Every
someone's
day a new
offended.
Singapore
What is this
video.
nonsense? I can't give you an opinion anymore. I can't literally be honest with my audience, transparent, because it offends you.
Singapore
If you're
videos
offended
for
by
thousands.
opinions, you shouldn't be
Yeah,
on the internet.
basically, fucking
Really.
Slayer.
If you're offended by opinions, you should just stick in a little safe zone with people who like the same things you like.
But Phil, that's what you've done with your whole fucking channel now. I literally have created your own fucking hug box that literally just kisses your fucking ass, and any dissent among the ranks is instantly fucking banned. That's your whole fucking channel. That's what you did. So now you're basically just telling your member over here to go do the same thing you fucking did.
Just stay away from opinions on the internet, because
That's what you
opinions
do.
are like assholes. Everyone has them, and they're all really shitty.
Okay,
And they're
so
gonna-
take this and apply it to you when people are fucking criticizing you and trolling you for being a douchebag. But you won't. You get all butthurt. You claim you're never going to address any of the trolls, and then you spend a whole podcast fucking talking about it.
It's going to be offensive to a lot of people. But if you set yourself up for that, if you actively became a member and submitted a video, you have to understand it could go badly. It might be something I don't like. All right? I hope people understand that. Again,
You don't like
I'm not
anything,
going
actually,
to-
Phil.
I'm not going
Ew,
to
stop
pussyfoot around
picking at your
anything.
ear.
All right?
Jesus.
15 years. It's a long time in my life. It's more than a third of my life. I've been a YouTuber.
That's
Not time
pathetic.
to change now.
And the whole 15 years of your life that you keep fucking bringing up was wasted because it's all shit content, Phil. And no one's gonna remember it. It's good. It's just clogging up the YouTube servers, and that's it.
become Mr. Mr. Softy. Be careful that I don't offend someone with the things that I say when I'm criticizing a video, right? So anyway, I hope this now puts this issue to
And
bed.
that's why you're not
If
successful.
this person is so
Phil.
offended and don't understand where I'm coming from that they never want to support again, then I guess so.
Get
be it.
out of here.
That's fine.
You're
Can't change their opinion,
gone.
can't change someone's
Hit the
mindset.
road,
I think they
Jack.
went into it with the wrong mentality, quite frankly, and it's a shame.
Quite frankly, Drew. So, what did we learn from that video, guys? Well, I guess if you're a member to Phil, you're a member to Phil.
Get nothing. You lose.
Good day, sir. That's what happens when you're a member with Phil. Alright, we got 2 more videos. Ah, yes. Let's actually go back to the beginning here.
And so I hope that you
And we have
enjoy the
Jasper.
experience. First of all, today's Memorial Day in the United States, and for those who don't know,
Oh, shit.
this is the day that we... Something going on behind me. I guess I missed it. Today's the day when we honor those
Not a children's
who have given the
entertainment.
ultimate sacrifice and fallen in combat to defend our country. Very oftentimes we forget that it is because of our military and armed forces that we are able to have all the freedoms that we have in this country. Tons of people take all of that stuff for granted, and that's sad. It's sad that people don't actually realize what it is that makes all of this possible. The fact that I can sit here every day and broadcast to a worldwide audience, have fun interactions, enjoy gaming, and essentially be who I am is because of the sacrifices of those who protect this country. And I very much appreciate that, and I hope that if you live in the United States, you do too. Please take a moment today.
So he's saying this, right?
In
Kissing
honor
ass,
of those
blah,
who
blah,
have
blah.
lost
Oh, we have
in the
all
course of
these
duty.
freedoms. I have the freedom to be a beggar man. Was the son of a beggar man.
Okay?
Ugh.
So that's the meaning behind the day.
Gee, thanks for
However,
telling us. We wouldn't
this-
know.
Very commercialized world and very commercialized country. Of course, we find a
Oh, tell us all about it, Phil. But before you do, let me bring up this clip really quick, please.
to do stuff. You know, I'm heading down the road. I'm like,
This
God,
was
there's
from a
lot of
year
cars
ago.
out here today for midday on a Monday. What the fuck is going on? Why there's so many people out on the road? And I'm not kidding you. It took me 35 minutes to get to a place that usually takes me 10 minutes to get to. That's how bad the traffic was. And I'm like, something is fucking going on. And then I realized it when I finally got to the store. It was President's Day. President's Day. How does this make any fucking sense at all? No, I mean it. How the fuck does it make sense that only banks and government agencies are closed, but the rest of the world is open for business as if it's a normal fucking day? Because the problem with this is, oh, today's my payday and I need to get paid to pay everyone else who wants money from me. Like I have bills due right fucking now that I need money to pay.
Right now.
Because I need YouTube to pay me so I can pay them. Just because it was President's Day, do you think that these companies give a fuck that I couldn't get my money from YouTube because the bank was closed? Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Maybe you should have planned or budgeted a little bit better then. I'm like, you probably could have looked forward and seen, hey, it might be delayed because it's a holiday.
That they want their money.
What the fuck's your problem?
But for some reason, government thinks, oh, it's a national holiday. We don't have to do any work today. We have our thumbs up our fucking asses and we don't do shit. Fuck you. No, really. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you too.
Every normal person has a normal day.
Normal.
All
Yeah,
these
like you're
fake
anything
national
but
holidays
normal,
need
Phil.
to fucking
I mean, come
go
on.
away. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
Fuck yourself.
You don't get a day off but because it's fucking President's Day. Now, I get the fuck person has a normal day. All these fake national holidays need to fucking go away.
What was that, Phil?
Normal day. All these fake national holidays need to fucking go away.
Oh, but Memorial Day is different, right? But, oh, President's Day? Fuck President's Day. Fuck the U.S. Fuck this country. Fuck everything. And then the best part of all,
Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch. Why don't you take your own,
Fuck yourself.
why don't you take
don't
your
get a
own
day off.
fucking advice, Phil? Take your own goddamn advice. Get out there and fucking actually do real work and stop begging all goddamn day from your fans. Because what you do is not actual work. I hate to break it to you, Phil. I know you love to fucking pretend that it's a job, but it's really not.
Off but because it's fucking
Actual streamers who actually entertain people, that's a real job. What you're doing is not.
President's Day. Now, I get paid by YouTube and I can't get my money, but here's the funny thing. I can spend money, but I can't receive money from my bank account. So I can go out and, oh, go ahead. Commercialism is great. Spend, spend, spend. Capitalistic mentality in America. Spend all your money. But wait, it's time for me to make money. Wrong. It's President's Day. You can't make any money. Fuck you. Wow. No, how about fuck you? Get out there and work, bitches.
There's no rationalization for what you do, and you are Satan's little helper. You are Satan's spawn, filling the world with bile and garbage. Rid the world of your evil fucking machinations. You fucking evil scumbag. Quit putting a goddamn $sign on every fucking thing on this planet.
Wow. No, how about fuck you? Get out there and work, bitches.
There's no rationalization.
Get out there and work, bitches. That's his attitude to most fucking American holidays. But over here, he's kissing everyone's fucking ass and pretending it's the best fucking country we live in. And that he has the freedom to fucking beg on YouTube constantly and make a whole bunch of money, steal disability money from mentally challenged people and kids, all to go into his pocket. But God forbid you get between DSP and his ill-gotten fucking money, his immoral, ill-gotten money, God forbid you get between him and his money. Then it's get out there and fucking work, bitch. Maybe you should take your own advice on that, Phil. Maybe.
A way to turn it into a way to make money, right? So today is essentially a
Money,
big
money,
commercial day where all the stores
money.
have sales. It's also a day when everyone gets together with friends and family, drinks a bunch of booze, and cooks out. That's really how Memorial Day is celebrated in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, we're Americans. What else do you think? Every holiday is an excuse for Americans to eat and drink themselves stupid. That's basically the point of every holiday is to drink, eat, and get together with family or friends or anyone you can stand, really. That's what America is all about, Phil. I know you don't really have any real family because your parents basically hate you and live on the other side of the country, and your wife barely tolerates you, and you're the only one that really likes you as your cat, but
But also, I used to have some other things that I would do around Memorial Day weekend. I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh,
I'll do a
joy.
little Memorial Day segment of how I used to celebrate this holiday with my family, but then later on, as I became an adult,
I hope that's not
I actually
included in
used to
this
travel
video.
to play competitive Street Fighter. Okay, so
Definitely
some
don't care
stories
about
today
that.
on the podcast, which should be nice and timely, right? Outside of that, I'll also talk a little bit about an update on all my games that I'm playing right now and what's happening with all of them, because we had some major developments, which I'm happy to report that things are going well.
Ah, yes, his work.
As we got 2 final days, well, actually it's 3 final days to work on games before Street Fighter 6 comes out on Friday, because Wednesday is my day off, so it's technically 3 streaming days left. So we'll talk about that a bit, all right? And I certainly hope that you're all having a good, had a good weekend. And coming into this new week, I know many of you will be hyped and excited. What I'm actually waiting for, something that no one's really talking about right now, is I want to hear the reviews of Street Fighter 6, and notably what I really want to hear is the review of the single-player World Tour mode. Like, it's...
Oh, this is the next one I was going to watch anyway. Before I get to that, should I watch that video? Hold on. Actually, let me just check my subscriptions. Hopefully you don't see too much weird shit on here that isn't, oh yeah. Maybe I'll watch that too. Sorry, I'm not organized as much as it is as I usually am. That wasn't quite what I'm looking for, though. Get skimmed. Underground. Where you watch that? No. Where is it? I just saw it. Is it 30? I'm not watching 30 minutes. No. I think this was it, but I mean, 12 minutes is still. Fuck it. I'll just tell you like my thoughts on it instead of actually like referencing a video because you probably already know what I'm talking about. So basically, he referenced an IGN early reviews. I guess the reviews are kind of coming out for IGN and these bigger companies that are reviewing for Street Fighter 6. Because Street Fighter 6 comes out on Friday, and all the big name game reviewers and everyone, they already came out. And we all know how much DSP does not like or trust early game reviews. No one should get the game early. Everyone should get the game coming out on day one. All this stuff. How he hates mainstream video game reviewers. How he doesn't trust them. How the journalists should not be reviewing games at all, etc., right? And yet he's over here eating up all these like early game reviews for Street Fighter 6. He's like, oh, I'm super excited because all he cares about Street Fighter 6 is the single player story mode, right? That world tour bullshit. That's all he's excited for Street Fighter 6. And mark my words, as soon as he is finished with that World Tour Street Fighter 6 mode, he is not going to be playing Street Fighter 6 anymore. I don't know if I'm the first to call that or not, but I give it to as long as he finish. I'll give him playing that game until he beats the World Tour mode. Once he beats that World Tour mode, he is not playing that game anymore because the last thing he is going to do in that game is competitive play online. And once he actually gets into that competitive play, he's not going to be playing that game for anything else. He is itching for a new Yakuza level style game. He is dying for another long ass fucking Yakuza game right now. He's itching for it. He's thieving for it. He's fucking like a crackhead addicted and begging for a new fix. And he already beat Lost Judgment. He already beat the second Lost Judgment. He already beat fucking Like a Dragon Ishin. He already beat the other Like a Dragon Yakuza 7. He already beat so he beat all the different ones. He has no more Yakuza games to play. No more Yakuza style games to play, right? And we all know how much he loves normal Street Fighter characters from Street Fighter 2. And that's going to be in the single player mode. And I guess it's like the single player mode's basically essentially just Yakuza, but instead of like, and then the combat's just going to be like normal Street Fighter. And it's single player, so it's just AI bots. It's not an actual person. And you can probably change the difficulty on it. So he'll probably just fucking slide it to easy or normal and easily beat it. And he's super excited apparently because the reviews came out early for that. And it's saying the single player mode's like gonna take 20 hours to beat or something. So he's super excited for that bullshit. And then on top of that, so yeah, like once he beats the single player mode, he's just gonna quit the game. That game's not gonna last more than a month. Guaranteed. Like he'll just beat the single player mode, he'll play a little bit online, and you'll start getting crushed because all these people, even though they're scrubs or whatever and new to the game, are still going to be better than fucking him. And he's going to make every excuse in the goddamn book and drop it soon after. And probably start up again his fucking Street Fighter Fridays, Street Fighter 2 bullshit. Guaranteed. That's all that was about. I was going to look up another video, but fuck that.
It's been tough. You know, my life has been tough over the last decade. It has. And when I read a message like that, I'm sorry that I'm tearing up like a baby. But when I read a message like that, it makes me feel like it was worth it. You know, like all the shit that happened to me and all the stress and the mental shit that I go through on a daily basis. It's it's like double the travel. So that never happened. But outside of that,
look at that sway.
Canadians
that
came
angle
down to play, which was really neat to have that big variety of players or whatever. So pretty cool. But anyway,
Wiping my nose with my
yeah,
fist.
I mean, that was essentially what I used to do on Memorial Day. And then what happened is once I basically quit competitive Street Fighter, you know, Memorial Day just kind of became another day for me. You know, now that I'm a YouTuber, it really is just another streaming day. I don't do anything too special. I said to my wife, why don't we have hot dogs today? But she wasn't in the mood for hot dogs. We're just going to have leftovers today. I'm like, oh, well, it is what it is. You know, no big deal. But that's what happens in life is you get different phases of your life that are different. When I was younger, it was the family day where I cooked out, played games, you know, softball or wiffle ball, had fun with the family. Then that phased out. Then it became a...
Yeah, it phased out because you don't have a family anymore, Phil. Because your parents are halfway across the country and your wife doesn't even like you. So yeah, you don't really have a family anymore.
Major part of my Street Fighter career for many, many years there, ECC. And that kind of phased out, and then it really never got picked up to be something else. So, but I'm sure everyone out there has a different story about Memorial Day and how they celebrate it and what they do for it. Maybe I'll ask you guys in a little bit.
It's always so fucking annoying. Every goddamn holiday, it's the same fucking thing. Well, what have you thought? Wow, how special is blank holiday to you guys? Maybe you should tell me what you do for your holiday. And then Christmas comes around, and he's like, hey, same people who were here for the last 4 or 5 holidays in a row, tell me the same fucking stories, and I'll tell you my same 5 or 6 same fucking stories that I told you last year and the year before, because nothing fucking changes, and you're not making any brand new good memories. You're just making the same... You're stuck in the past. That's all he is. He is permanently fucking stuck in the past. So he's just remembering all the good times he used to have and reminiscing and not making any actual good fucking memories or anything like that. And it's just so fucking annoying.
For your stories, all right? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed mine.
No,
thanks for
no
listening.
one did.
All right. Guys, that's really all I got for the show today. Let's get to shout-outs. We'll do some shout-outs here first. And then we'll talk a little bit about your stuff, what's going on. We'll open it up to Q&A or whatever. Sound good? Okay.
Chew that water, bitch. No.
Master, and my last consecutive stream of the week. I hope you guys are doing...
Nah, I think this will be the last one here, I think. So, this might have to turn this down a tiny bit. Alright.
So, guys, it would be great tonight if you enjoy the chill vibes. You like
if
hanging
you
out with
tip
me as
me,
usual on
Drew.
a late-night chill stream of Final Fantasy. It would be great if you could support the stream in some way.
And give me money.
Notably, it would be great if we could hit the tier 1 tips goal tonight. Reason being, last several days, we basically barely hit the tier 1 tips goal if we ever hit it on any stream. But at least if I hit it like between 2 streams, it's not a bad day. So it'd be great if we could hit that tonight.
Didn't you get like thousands of dollars in the past 2 weeks, Phil? Where'd all that fucking money go? Like literally, what was it, like $3,000-$4,000 you got from the whole 2 weeks fest streak bullshit? Where is all that money? Even if you did buy a tire for $700 fucking dollars like a dumbass, you should still have plenty of money left over that you should be putting into fixing your fucking shower, but you're not gonna, and it's probably already all spent even before the whole tire thing happened.
Get the glasses going, but everything is appreciated, including likes and super chats and memberships and gifted memberships for the community. It's all good. In fact, tonight...
What is that? My brain broke,
the final day for the month for me, because I'm not here tomorrow. So whatever comes in tonight is the final contributions of the entire month for me.
So,
all right? So anything helps tonight for sure, because it all counts towards
you
next month's
gotta
when I get paid by YouTube
donate
and everything.
Today for the last of the month.
Everything, greatly appreciated, and I thank you all for being a great and supportive audience here.
All of my bills are coming due for the month. They all basically come due the first week or two of every month. And it's very hectic and very tight unless I have a really good month. I'll be honest with you guys, it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, anyone who's in here and trying to make fun of Pride Month is just going to get instantly banned.
Alrighty. Last part. Only a little, like 2 minutes left of the video. Before he gets talking on this, I just want to remind everyone that I do have a whole video talking about how Phil is a fake LGBT ally, and I'm going to link it in my description so you can see my full thoughts on this fake fucking ally who pretends to be an ally when he's one of the bigger bigots still on YouTube today. And he'll claim up and down that he's changed and he's a different guy, and we all saw that fucking stupid pride slide that he has on his pre-streams, which is such a load of bullshit. Like, the biggest hypocrite bullshit I've seen in a long time is his fucking pride slide, because he doesn't mean any of that shit. None of it he fucking means. He is literally pandering. Now, as an LGBT person myself, like, I like Pride, but I don't like Pride. I love the actual community and the community getting together, but I really fucking hate it how corporations just take a fucking advantage of it all the goddamn time and, like, just use it as capitalism to fucking sell more shit because they slap a goddamn rainbow flag on everything and just take advantage of it. And yet behind the scenes they'll continue to donate large sums of money to anti-LGBT groups. So you'll see fucking, like, Chick-fil-A maybe will have a fucking rainbow flag, or Walmart. Target's actually a good one. So, I mean, anything from Target's usually pretty good because they have actually been a good support for the community and they don't actually donate money to LGBT groups. But Walmart does, Chick-fil-A does, a lot of corporations behind the scenes, Amazon does, a lot of corporations behind the scenes actually do that. And it's a shame because they're making money on gullible people by slapping flags on it and then turning around and just using that money to pay for hate groups against LGBT people or support, like, politicians who are anti-LGBT and all this other shit. And I hate how they're just using it as a quick cash grab like any other fucking holiday, and it's really annoying when they fucking do that. So I'm not a biggest fan of that. I'm a big fan of the actual, like, pride parades and, like, the community actually getting together to celebrate itself. But, like, I feel like these corporations are hurting us more than helping us because they're shoving rainbow flags in everyone's faces and making everything a fucking pride this, pride that, rainbow this, rainbow that, and that just gets everyone else pissed off at us. It doesn't get... They don't get pissed off at Walmart or all these other companies or fucking Burger King having, like, a rainbow burger or some bullshit. They don't get pissed off at those corporations. They get pissed off at the LGBT people, and they'll be like, oh, well, why do they have to shove it in our faces? Bitch, we're not the one doing it. They're the ones doing it, because they can make money off of it. We're not the ones shoving it in your faces. We're just out here being ourselves and celebrating by ourselves for ourselves kind of thing. And all these corporations are just taking advantage because it's a quick and easy buck. All right, we're not the ones shoving it in their faces. All these massive corporations are. So, like, that's what I don't like about it. And then on top of that, I'm not going to get super political or anything like that, but on top of that, it's one of the more scarier Pride months or years, one of the most scarier Pride months this year than other years because of all the increasingly anti-LGBT laws that are being passed in America, especially in southern states, and the fact that there has to be fucking sanctuary states just for being an LGBT person within our own country? I'm sorry. No matter what you are or what you think, requiring to have states be sanctuary states for U.S. citizens to escape to a different state, to escape prosecution for being themselves, for not doing anything illegal or against the law, is fucked up. It's fucked up and it's un-American and unconstitutional. Okay? Because we deserve to pursue happiness just like every other U.S. citizen in here. That's guaranteed to us by the Constitution of the United States. And I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. We should be pissed off at Phil, not at politics. But that just pisses me off. So yeah, it's gonna be a rough Pride Month for everyone. And let's hear what this fucking moron has to say. And pretends to be a fucking supporter when we all know he fucking isn't.
It's been pretty slow.
Yeah, anyone who's in here and trying to make fun of Pride Month is just gonna get instantly banned. Because there's a bunch of people trying to do it tonight, making a joke out of it. Everyone...
That's basically your audience, Phil. That's the audience you cultivated throughout all the years that you've been a content creator. How many fucking times have you said hateful slurs against LGBT people? Whether they be gay or the T slur that you still fucking use from time to time and claim that it's not a fucking slur when it fucking is a slur. This is the audience you fucking cultivated, dumbass. And they're reacting to that because they're reacting to how you treat other LGBT people. Not so much actual treat them, but how you represent them and make fun of them all the time.
Is free to talk about stuff, but if you're gonna come in here and actually be joking about it, you're just done. I have no nonsense about that shit. So
I gotta pretend to be PC and so wasn't he earlier yeah, because earlier in this fucking video, he's over here saying, I'm not gonna pretend to be someone I'm not. I'm not gonna be Mr. PC, loving, soft. I'm gonna be the real and honest dude, guys. And now he's over here pretending that he actually gives a fuck about LGBT people and trying to be super PC and fucking popular and pretending to be a fucking ally and everything. Oh, what? I thought you weren't a fucking shill, Phil. I thought you were gonna be the honest, real one, and this isn't a safe place that I'm gonna, like, pretend to be something I'm not and super fucking soft. But you're over here fucking pandering to try, I don't know, to what? Try to get a sponsor to try to pretend that you're fucking not a bigot when we all fucking know you are.
Oh. I dare you to spam those emotes and see what happens. Ban you with quickness, Alina Manual. Get your ass out of here, you'll be gone for good. I don't care.
And he's still fishing for a new fucking song. Because, Phil, like, when was the last time someone actually made a fan song for you? No one's doing that anymore. Those days are long fucking gone. But he still will randomly break into fucking song, hoping that one of his dumbass fans will turn it into a actual, like, decent, quote-unquote decent, even though they're not, but turn it into a fucking fan song or something.
Yeah, who you are. If you break the rules, you're gone. So test my patience, motherfucker.
Oh, God, that's so terrible.
There you go.
Even auto-tune would be terrible for that. Yeah, so that's it for that one. For this video, actually. Again, I will link in the description below the long ass video where I showcase plenty of examples of Phil being a huge fucking bigot and anti-LGBT person, and how all this fucking all this ally shit is so fake, and he's just fucking pandering. But yeah, that's it for this one, and hope you enjoyed. See you next time.